True authority is never found in noise. It lives in profound stillness and unshakable awareness. You can't be steered by someone else if you refuse to be pulled off your center. Think back. How many moments have you handed over your inner calm because of another's careless remark or hostile action? When have you felt your mood hijacked as if your feelings were no longer your own? The difficult reality is this: you surrender your strength each time you offer a thoughtless reaction. Continue down that road, and the world will keep taking, piece by piece, your serenity and your sense of self. But a different path exists. Stoic wisdom shows us that ultimate power resides not in external events, but in our chosen responses. It's not about dodging the gale, but learning to remain rooted while it rages. Today, I will guide you through breaking that cycle, to stop surrendering your emotional state to others and start rebuilding your core resilience. If you're ready to reclaim sovereignty over your own peace, stay with me. Habit number 1, they prioritize listening over talking. Have you ever been trapped in a monologue disguised as conversation? Someone endlessly narrates their life, thoughts, and judgments. It may seem innocuous, but a vulnerability is exposed. They are disclosing maps to their inner world. Those who remain unmanipulated grasp a crucial truth. Genuine influence is earned through observation, not through endless speech. When you choose to listen more than you talk, you aren't just processing words. You are collecting intelligence, the emotion beneath the language, the intention behind the statement. In this state of quiet attention, you perceive what is omitted, the clues hidden in a shift of posture, a change in tone, the weight of a pause. Silence holds a potent magic. It isn't emptiness, it's a strategic space. By staying quiet, you encourage others to occupy it. People disclose far more when they believe they have an audience, so let them speak. Let them illustrate their true character. Often the less you say, the more you comprehend. And crucially, you reveal nothing about your own hand. Consider a person who seeks to influence. They flourish by gathering intel on your pressures and insecurities. The more they learn, the more leverage they possess. But if you listen with deliberate focus, they are left with speculation. You keep your strategy concealed. It is a mental chess match where your power lies in not revealing your next move. You might wonder, but don't I deserve to be heard? Of course, the power is in your choice of when to contribute. As the Stoics remind us, our command is over our own mind. This habit is the exercise of that command. You govern the exchange. Picture an interaction where someone is deliberately trying to provoke you. They poke and prod, hungry for an emotional payoff. If you stay composed and listen instead of retaliating, you neutralize their tactic. Their words lose force. The dynamic changes because you have chosen to remain anchored. Your quiet observation becomes both armor and insight. Your silence is a fortress no one can storm. Habit number 2, they avoid over-justifying their choices. How often have you scrambled to explain a decision, seeking approval as if it validates the choice itself? You detail your reasoning, hoping for understanding, only to be met with indifference or more debate. It's a draining pursuit. Here is what those who are difficult to control understand. You are not required to provide a thesis for your life. Excessive explanation often signals a need for external validation. Individuals with deep self-assurance don't require it. They recognize that a person committed to misunderstanding will do so regardless of your eloquence. So what if you stopped? What if you allowed your actions to carry the message? When you are aligned with your principles, your peace communicates more than any lengthy defense ever could. Your conduct tells the story. Your words are merely footnotes. Imagine a scenario where your judgment is questioned. Instead of launching into a defensive lecture, You respond from a place of settled conviction. This aligns with my values. That is the entirety of your reply. This creates an invisible boundary around your mental space. It is a magnetic confidence that draws respect. As Carl Jung noted, the great task is to become who you truly are. Those who cannot be puppeteered have done this work. They inhabit their authenticity, so they feel no compulsion to defend it to every critic. In a world begging for conformity, the person grounded in their genuine self is immovable. Reflect on your own experiences. How much energy have you spent justifying a career move, a relationship boundary, or a personal preference? Often, the listener's opinion was fixed regardless. Your lengthy rationale only depleted you. What if you trusted that your decisions are valid because you made them with intention? When you cease justifying, you cease handing your power to anyone with a question. You reclaim it. A key insight: not everyone is meant to comprehend your journey. Your worth is not indexed to universal comprehension. The people who matter will respect your path without demanding a detailed map. When you stop over-explaining, you emit a calm certainty. Your stability is no longer contingent on another's approval. From that foundation, no manipulation can dislodge you. So, next time you feel the urge to explain, pause. Ask, is my justification for them or for me? Embrace the power of quiet confidence. Let your life be your statement. Habit number 3. They maintain composure when provoked. How simple is it for another to trigger a reaction in you? A sharp comment, a dismissive gesture, and suddenly your emotions are in the driver's seat. It's a universal experience, especially when others seem to bait for a response. Here is the pivotal understanding. Those with real command stay steady when chaos demands they join it. When someone aims to provoke you and you erupt, you are handing them the controls. They succeed in diverting your energy and attention. Individuals who manipulate revel in this. They know that if they can disturb your equilibrium, they are directing the play. But the countermove is decisive. When you remain calm, you revoke their authority. It's a trap to believe that an emotional reply is a form of defense. In truth, the most formidable stance is to be unmoved. You need not match their intensity, argue back, or prove a point. You choose to stay grounded. This is where authentic strength resides, in your capacity to stay above the fray. It is not passivity, it is profound emotional governance. When provocation comes, calmness is an act of control. You decide what impacts your inner state. Your peace is the ultimate leverage. Your actions in adversity define you, not your prepared speeches. So when you feel that familiar heat rise, pause, breathe. Let stillness be your strategy. It is a quiet rebellion against the disorder someone else is trying to create. By staying composed, you strip them of the ability to dictate your feelings. They may attempt to destabilize you, but you remain centered. You hold the power. This practice isn't about suppressing genuine feeling. It's about consciously selecting your response. You refuse to let another's behavior determine your internal climate. The more you practice, the more you see that your tranquility is yours to keep. This composure creates ripples. When you are unshaken by life's inevitable friction, you gain a clearer, more objective view. You respond with purpose, not impulse. You become someone who cannot be easily rattled. So the next time someone tries to stir turmoil, remember, your calm is their defeat. Your poise is a powerful instrument. When you wield it, you regain command of your energy and peace. In a world pulling at your reactions, choosing calm is a revolutionary reclaiming of self. Habit number 4, they attract, they do not pursue. We've all been there, chasing a connection, a recognition, an opportunity. You invest immense effort, believing that if you just demonstrate enough value, they will reciprocate. It feels depleting and it's never quite sufficient. The reality is, pursuit often signals a surrender of power. You grant another authority over your time and emotional reserves. Emotionally resilient people know a fundamental truth. What is meant for you will find you. The right people remain. The wrong ones depart. There is no need to plead for a seat at a table that isn't yours. Your worth is not something to be proven through pursuit. Those who genuinely value you will do so without your having to bend into pretzels. They will stay. Conversely, those who are not aligned will leave, and you permit them to. Releasing the need to chase is liberation. You no longer cling to bonds that drain, or, worse, seek to manipulate you. This isn't about indifference, it's about recognizing that your value exists independent of another's acknowledgement. When you know your own worth, you stop pursuing and start choosing. You become a magnet for aligned connections. This is a transformative mindset shift. You stop chasing validation and begin selecting who earns a place in your life. You invest in relationships that reflect your values, that nurture mutual growth. The act of pursuit often invites exploitation. When you are the one running after, you place the other in a position to ration their attention. You risk pouring your resources into someone who may never reciprocate. But when you stop chasing, you stop offering your energy to those who won't cherish it. You start attracting those who recognize your worth without a sales pitch. This is about trust. Trust that you don't need to chase down what is meant for you. You attract what you are. When you are secure in yourself, you naturally draw the right people and situations. Focus on those who choose you. These are the individuals who respect you for your essence, not your utility. They don't demand you jump through hoops. When you center on choosing, life simplifies. Stress over not being enough fades because the right people have already seen that you are. This isn't closing doors, it's being intentional with your energy. You are not a supplicant for attention. You are a curator of your circle. Powerful individuals don't chase. They cultivate authenticity, and from that, they attract genuine respect. Adopt this, and you'll find the right connections endure without effort. Release the chase. Trust that your path will intersect with the right people. Choose those in alignment and let the rest go. Your freedom lies in that release. Habit number 5. They track behavior, not promises. We've all heard the cycle. Someone causes hurt, offers a perfect apology, vows to change, and then repeats the offense. You feel deceived, as if their remorse was merely a tool to reset the clock. Why does this happen? Why do we accept words that never materialize into change? Those who are hard to control have learned a vital lesson. Do not mistake eloquent apologies for genuine reform. They understand that speech is cheap. Anyone can say sorry. Anyone can promise better. True character is revealed in the actions that follow the apology. If behavior doesn't shift, the words are just strategic noise, a method to avoid accountability, not a commitment to it. Instead of focusing on what is said, watch what is done. Observe the patterns. The narrative is in the conduct, not the commentary. Those who manipulate know words are persuasive, but words without congruent action are hollow. They will apologize, you will feel temporary relief, and the cycle will restart. But if you are discerning, you won't just listen, you will watch. Do they follow through? Is there tangible, consistent change? The more you attend to these patterns, the less susceptible you are to empty pledges. Action is the only reliable truth teller. Real strength emerges when you stop trusting pretty phrases and start evaluating behavioral consistency. Consider it. A person who truly regrets will demonstrate it through sustained, deliberate change. They won't just apologize when confronted. They will adjust their conduct to prevent recurrence. Someone who is not genuinely invested will continue the cycle of sorry without change. To avoid this trap, shift your expectation. Don't let words substitute for amendment. Look for continuity in deeds over time. Do they show up reliably? Do they treat you with respect when it's inconvenient? These are the metrics of sincerity. This perspective is empowering. It returns agency to you. When you stop fixating on the apology and start analyzing the pattern, you see people with clarity. You cease making allowances for misalignment between their speech and actions. You hold them accountable to what they do. In doing so, you reclaim your trust and your peace. Real self-respect involves setting boundaries based on observable reality, not hopeful words. They don't waste energy hoping for change. They witness for it. If it doesn't arrive, they move forward, honoring their own boundaries. Think of your past. How many passes have you given based on a promise? Imagine the freedom of ending that cycle. Imagine trusting your observation and accepting that conduct is the only real communication. This isn't cynicism, it's protection. When you stop falling for apologies and start recognizing patterns, you guard your emotional space. You realize you don't owe chances to those whose actions show disregard. You deserve congruence. In the end, those who are unmanipulated see the facade. They watch for substantive change. They protect themselves by believing what they see, time and time again. Habit number 6, they guard their energy as a finite resource. Your vitality is precious. We seldom appreciate its value until we've given too much away. Reflect, after time with negative, draining individuals, how do you feel? Drained, as if your internal battery is at zero. That is the cost of unguarded exposure. Those who remain unshakable understand this at a core level. They protect their energy as a limited currency. They know every interaction carries a cost. Their vigor is finite, not to be wasted on situations or people who don't merit it. If you constantly give your energy to draining relationships or toxic environments, you will deplete. Protecting your energy isn't optional. It's essential self-care. It involves setting boundaries and refusing to let others take what you cannot afford to lose. This is where the ability to say no without guilt becomes critical. The unshakable do this. They do not apologize for prioritizing their peace. They feel no remorse for exiting conversations or connections that diminish them. How often have you stayed in a draining scenario to avoid seeming rude? What was the true price? The longer you stay, the more you are depleted, affecting your well-being and focus. Those with resilience know it's okay to walk away. Protecting your peace outweighs people-pleasing. It's not selfishness, it's self-preservation. Just as you budget money, you must budget your mental and emotional resources. Protecting energy isn't about isolation, it's about intentional investment. When you look inward and understand your own needs, you become selective about where you invest your spirit. You see the value in no, in creating space for what truly nourishes you. Imagine how it would feel to set a firm boundary with a draining person and feel empowered, not guilty. Instead of feeling exhausted, you'd feel in control, connected to your inner calm. The resilient also understand that protection is about prioritization. They focus on people and pursuits that align with their values and foster growth. Whether declining a draining commitment or stepping back from a negative social sphere, they safeguard their mental and physical health. By doing this, they create room for what truly matters. Imagine ceasing to apologize for safeguarding your peace. Imagine the energy you'd have for meaningful pursuits. The more you protect your energy, the better you show up for your life. Present, grounded, and capable. This isn't about severing ties at the first challenge. It's about recognizing consistent drains that offer no reciprocal value. It's about having the strength to say no when needed and to walk away from what no longer serves your highest good. As you begin this practice, something remarkable happens. You start attracting people and experiences that match your preserved energy. You draw in nourishment and support. Your energy is a sacred reserve. Guard it like your most valuable asset. Don't feel guilty for necessary no's. Prioritize your serenity. The more you do, the more you'll feel your personal power expand, crafting a life that is intentional, peaceful, and truly your own. Habit number 7, they allow silence to carry the weight. The final practice holds a profound, often underestimated power, the strength of silence. Consider history's most impactful figures, leaders, thinkers, pioneers. Many were known for their quiet presence. Their authority wasn't in incessant debate or self-defense. It was often in what they chose not to say. They knew silence could communicate more than a torrent of words. When you learn to wield this same power, you become immovable. We inhabit a world where everyone feels compelled to voice every opinion, often sacrificing their calm in the process. But the truly grounded understand they need not engage every skirmish, rebut every point, or answer every provocation. When someone tries to bait you, your first strategic move is silence. Those who thrive on chaos desire a reaction. It's how they seize control. If they can fluster you, they can steer the encounter. But when you offer no reaction, when you remain poised and quiet, their power evaporates. Silence is not weakness or fear. It is the wisdom of knowing when a response would only diminish you. The power rests in your ability to stay unaffected, centered in your own truth, regardless of external noise. Distance often reveals truth faster than any argument. In the space created by your silence, reality emerges. When you refuse to engage, the other person's intentions become transparent. It's a mirror. By not reacting, you allow them to confront their own conduct. This is a tactical choice born of inner fortitude. Silence grants you the moment to assess, process, and decide your next move with clarity. It is a position of control. How many times has a defensive argument spiraled out of hand? The more you justify, the more entrenched the opposition becomes. Silence, however, lets you stand firm without justifying your very existence. It is a shield. As Carl Jung observed, our irritations with others often point to our own inner work. When we react from provocation, we expose our insecurities, but when we choose silence, we create space to rise above those triggers, approaching the situation with clarity, not defensiveness. This practice demands strength and self-awareness, but it is among your most potent tools. In a heated or manipulative dialogue, your silence will make them feel what arguments cannot. It shifts the power balance. You deny them the satisfaction of your emotional engagement. You refuse to be pulled into their turbulence. By remaining silent, you let them sit with the consequences of their own words. You need not explain or defend. The silence itself broadcasts a message louder than speech. Integrate this. Next time you face provocation, step back. Let silence occupy the room. You'll be astonished by the strength in holding your ground without a word. You'll feel more in command. In a culture that demands reaction, silence is an act of reclaiming your autonomy. It maintains your peace and protects your energy. Remember, silence isn't about avoiding necessary conversations. It's about discerning when your quiet presence is the most powerful statement of all. It allows you to pause, think, and choose a conscious response. It prevents entanglement in fruitless conflict. The more you use silence strategically, the more you'll see the dynamic shift in your favor. Those accustomed to eliciting reactions will find their tactics futile. In the end, what you decline to acknowledge often holds more power than what you articulate. So, when faced with attempts to provoke, recall, your silence speaks volumes. It signals strength, awareness, and unassailable control. Let silence be your fortress, your calm, and your undeniable power. If this path to inner sovereignty resonated with you, please support this channel by hitting the like button. It genuinely helps Stoic mindset mastery reach others seeking the same freedom. For your continued journey, one of the videos on screen now is your next step. Thank you for your time and commitment to your growth. Remember, your greatest power is the response you choose. Until next time.